It's coming for sure. If it was up when you ride it, slide. With you, everything goes. Come and put that on my soul. Bobby, pound, wrist, froze, check down on the way home. This world, concrete flowers grow. Heartache, she only doing what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody no sympathy. I take away the pain, I'll give you everything. I just wanna see your name, wanna see.
If this world
I can't lie, I trust you, I love you. I won't waste your time, I turn it off just so I can turn you on. I'ma make you say it loud. I'm not even tripping, I won't stress you out. I might even settle down for you. I'ma show you I'm a pro. I'ma take my time and turn it off just so I can turn you on, baby. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. Coming for
if this world were mine.
Love and lust. Damn. All of us.
Give me a run for my money. There is nobody, no one that run me.
Another world premiere.
So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. She's lovely.
I wanna be with you. Hey, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Hey, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.
Just love me.
If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still
Love me.
If I'm in my mind at work, would you still
Love me.
keep it 100? I'd rather you trust me than to
Love me.
keep it a whole 100. Don't got you, I got nothing. Hey, I got something. Hold up. We gon' function, doing some shit. Feeling like Tyson with it. Knock it out Tyson with it. Only for the night, I'm kidding. Only for life, yeah, only for life, yeah, only for life. Let's get it. Hit that shoulder lean. I know what coming over me. Backstroke overseas. I know what you need. Already on 10, all money come in. All feeling go out. This feeling don't drought. This party won't end. If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still keep it 100? I'd rather you trust me than to keep it a whole 100. Don't got you, I got nothing.
Run for my money. There is nobody, no one that run me. So give me a run for my money.
hackers, if you finish judging, please move to the main stage area and bring chairs along with you. If you finish hacking and judging, please come to the main stage area for the closing ceremony and bring your chairs along with you. Thank you.
Your blessing today. Oh, by the way, open the door by the way. Tell you that I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I know connection is vague. Pick up the phone for me, babe. Damn it, we jamming. That attitude from your nanny. Curving your hip from your mammy. Remember, Gardena, I took the studio camera. I know Top go be mad at me. I had to do it. I want your body, your music. I bought the big one to prove it. Look what you made. Told you that I'm on the way. I'm like an exit away. Yep. If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. Run for my money. There is nobody, no one that'll run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely. Living lovely. She's lovely. I wanna be with you. Ay. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Ay. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Me, just love me.
I'll be honest for you, yeah. And if we're talking, I'm gonna tell you the truth, yeah. You and me made a lover of an enemy, yeah. So confused. We're gonna make a memory. Cause you've been on the west side, showing them your best side. You've been wearing new jeans and shoes, while I've been living less life. Sleepless, get no rest nights, thinking about us and how I do. You and me made a lover of an enemy, yeah. So confused. We're gonna make a memory.
Okay. Do you remember when she lied to you?
I do.
Remember how she almost fooled me too?
I do.
You could do better, I mean honestly.
I could.
This is
Attention hackers, you can sit on the ground near the main stage area. If you want to sit on a chair, you would have to be further back. Again, if you want to sit closer to the main stage, you can sit on the floor. If you want to be further back, you have to sit on a chair.
Made a lover of an enemy, yeah. So confused. We're gonna make a memory. you waiting for? Something physical. I can do this by myself. Without you, there ain't no place for me to hide. Without you, there's no way I can sleep tonight. But I do for a little bit of peace and quiet. Without you, I keep slipping in a bad dream. But there's no you and I. No sound when I cry. I love you and I need you to set me free. From all of these bad dreams. Waiting on the other side. No sound when I cry. I love you and I need you to set me free. From all of these, all of these. Bad dreams, let me breathe. All of these, all of these.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me. Nod my head, don't close my eyes. Halfway on a slow move. It's the same way you showed me. If you could fly, then you'd feel south. Up north's getting cold soon. The way it is, we're on land, so I'm someone to hold true. Keep you cool when it's still alive. Won't let you down when it's all ruined. Just the same way you showed me. Showed me. You showed me love. Glory from above. Regardless, dear, it's all downhill from here. In the wake of a hurricane, dark skin of a summer shade, nose dive in the floodlines, tall tower, milk crate. It's the same way you showed me. Cannonball off the porch side, older kids trying off the roof. Just the same way you showed me. You showed. If you could die and come back to life, up for air from the swimming pool, you kneel down to the dry land, kiss the earth that birthed you, gave you tools just to stay alive and make it out when the sun is ruined. That's the same way you showed me. Showed. You showed me love. Glory from above. Regardless, dear, it's all downhill from here. Real life, remember how it was. I'm cheap, Michael Jackson, all this shit. Say what up to Reggie, the shoe. Say what up to Benny. Say what up to life and mortality. Bending up my bikes, running up. I'm for me, nicotine, still in granny six. Give me something sweet, bitch, I might like immortality. This is life, life, immortality.
Hi hackers, unfortunately we have ran out of space in the back. Please do not bring any more chairs. Please just sit in the front. Thank you so much.
take the blame. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away.
Hey, can we remember to turn off Spotify? She's going to introduce us and then we're going to play the video. Say again?
Closing ceremony and the audio bites.
Audio bites.
Sounds good. So closing
We have
ceremony
both of
comes
them.
first, and then
Yeah.
I'll say some random stuff, and then we'll do audio bites.
Okay,
So we're here.
Yes.
Recap here, video, back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to get started shortly.
Hi. Hello? Hi hackers, please remember to return your hardware items back to the hardware table. Again, please return your hardware items back to the hardware table.
All right, hello hackers. Who's ready to kick off this closing ceremony? Again, on behalf of the Bitcamp team, thank you all so much for your patience as we navigated some technical difficulties this morning. With that being said, we're so excited to have you all join us for this closing ceremony. Let's start with a brief recap of the weekend.
Yeah, I'd take the fall. I got you covered when there's no one at all. Oh yeah, and I'd stay through the night when you got demons trying to break through the walls. There ain't no kind of line that I wouldn't cross if you need me to. You're out here searching for signs, so I think it's finally time that you knew. Nobody got you the way I do. Whatever demons you're fighting through, when you need somebody to turn to, nobody got you the way I do. The way I do. Nobody, nobody, nobody got you the way I do. Nobody, 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 nobody got you the way I do. Nobody got you the way I do. Nobody, nobody, nobody got you the way I do. Nobody, 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 nobody got you the way I do. The way I do. Nobody, 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 nobody got you the way I do.
Thank you. Welcome again to our closing ceremony. For the last time, my name is Anjali, and this is Sherbury, and we are your co-executive directors of Bitcamp 2025. Thank you. We're so proud of all of the hard work that everyone has put in and are so incredibly impressed by the creativity and ingenuity of all of the hacks. Yes, round of applause for all of yourselves. Thank you. Yes.
We're so excited to share that this weekend we welcomed over 1,000 hackers. By a show of hands, can you raise your hand if you were a first-time hacker this weekend? Let's give it. You all should be really proud of taking your first step forward in a new direction. We hope to see you in the future at future iterations of Bitcamp and other MLH member events. There's always room and opportunities to keep growing and inspiring change. Up next, Up next, a normal Bitcamp tradition that was started 3 years ago, we'd like to introduce you to Audio Bites, a great insight into how other people spent this weekend. A lot can happen in 36 hours, so let's see some of the fun things that our hackers and organizers did.
Playing my acoustic guitar.
It's basically a simulation of Bendit from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Wait, let me check the... Hello. Okay. All right, who am I speaking with today?
My name is Vismay.
My name is Druvy.
Okay, so we heard that you guys met at Bitcamp freshman year and just boom, instant connection. Can you tell us a little more about how that happened? Who made the first move? Like, I want all the details.
Yeah, so we met through a mutual friend. Like, that mutual friend was supposed to be working with me. He was working by himself, but he was just with him. We were setting up and he sat like right across from us.
I didn't even show up with the intention of actually like, I was just there like for the fun of it. Yeah, I didn't even like, I wasn't planning on like actually doing like a real project to submit. I was just there for vibes.
You gotta be thanking your friend then. Yeah, that guy saved.
I really was not interested. It was just like, I don't really know him, never gonna speak to him again. But we kind of bonded over not submitting a project our freshman year and just that trauma. And he got my number. He asked for my number actually.
You can find love at Bitcamp. Even you can find love at Bitcamp.
What are your names?
My name is Candace.
I'm Gloria.
I'm Ella.
What is your hack today?
Yeah, so we're building like a kind of therapist AI assistant. So we're basically trying to have like a website for therapists and like their clients to be able to exchange data and like all in one place. So we want to have like AI summaries of like a lot of their documents, so it's like not as hard to manage like session reports and like homeworks or like notes from like the client. So just having them able to see it all, and then with the help of AI, so like as a chatbot, things like that. Yeah.
So these are like automatic emails that get sent out from the therapist notes that tell the client at least like what they need to be doing for the week before they meet again for the next session.
All right. Who am I joined with here today, and what are you working on?
My name is Gabe, and we're working on a VR AI-generated terrain generator, I guess you'd call it. Pretty much you're in a VR world, and you use a microphone to explain what kind of world you want to be in, and it generates procedurally around you.
So it's kind of like, is that like Minecraft or something?
Pretty much.
I'm Mandy, and I'm trying to make as many LEDs light up as humanly possible. Here, there we go.
Oh! I love banana chips, first of all. Let me just start out with that. Second of all, 3 Monster, show them cover. 3 Monster, whatever the hell this is, juice. Mango Loco. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Let me just What's your most fond memory of Bitcamp?
It was when I was getting interviewed for Audio Bites 2 years ago, and there was a dog that I was interviewing, and it just climbed on me, and I was stuck.
Hi, what's your name and what are you working on?
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm working on an icebreaker game website. Should I pitch it right now? Have you ever been in an awkward group scenario where you don't know each other's names and the group member is not doing a good job of trying to get you guys to get to know each other? Well, introducing the icebreaker website. You can search for an icebreaker game by the amount of people, the amount of time you have, and the intensity of the activity you want to do. You can also search by outdoor, indoor, the amount of space that you need. And yeah, and after you search it, a bunch of games will pop up, and you can pick from them. And you can play games and get to know your group mates.
Hi, what's your name and what are you working on?
Hello, I'm Robert, and I'm working on Terrafins.
Can you explain more?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, a lot of prices in other foreign countries for products are way cheaper than the prices domestically. So, but there's a lot of like import taxes and things going on. So a way to bypass that is you can have someone else who is flying into the country to buy that item for you, and then because they're just flying in with their baggage, they don't pay all of like the duties and things like that. So we're just building like a platform that can kind of connect the buyer and like the fulfiller.
We're basically, the goal is to make DoorDash for smuggling.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very useful.
Anything else?
Yeah, we're hard at work. This is going to work out very well. We're going to win social good again.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people could benefit from this, and I think it's very profitable. So we can. What's the idea of like effective altruism? That's where the social good comes in.
This is effective altruism.
Bro.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun,
Dun, dun.
dun, dun.
Today, I'm joined by my good friend, Keshav, and we are going to be doing the Lebramonade. Lebramonade. Say it with me, Lebramonade.
Lebramonade. Vision, but
has got the next one.
I'm thinking. Okay, he said he's not lying, so yes. Okay.
Let me know when to
Stop.
stop.
Many months later.
Oh, this is a small cup.
It's a good amount.
It's like really sour. It's like tangy.
So, we have 4 of his friends here. They will each choose a drink, and David here must say yes or no. See if he gets his drink with, and at the end he gets a great boost of vitamins. For your hat, yay! Okay, let's begin.
Wait, you got to drink
Oh, soda sauce.
He wants none of it.
Holy shit.
Wait, that actually looks so good.
That looks like marshmallows.
All right.
Nah, he's got to grab it. We made you see
Now we mix it up.
the whole thing?
It's heavy, bro. It's a lot in there, bro. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. You are my sunshine, my only sun. Oh no! That's so sad. Yeah.
All right, thank you to our amazing marketing team for capturing some amazing memories from this weekend. Let's give it another hand for those audio bites.
Now we're thrilled to invite up our keynote speaker for the closing ceremony, Mike Swift, the CEO and founder of MLH, Major League Hacking.
Let's see, how do we get slides here? No? Okay, we're working on it. Hello, Bitcamp. How we doing, everybody? Clearly tired still. I've been talking about Bitcamp literally for the last 11 years, which is crazy to think about, but I remember this moment in January of 2014. Major League Hacking, which I'll tell you all about in a second, was organizing our first conference for students who wanted to bring hackathons to their universities. And at that point, there had only been 5 university hackathons in all of history. And I remember the students from UMD getting up to talk about their vision for this event they were planning that coming April. They were calling it Bitcamp, and they were thinking about making a hackathon centered around community and all of this exciting energy, designed first and open to beginners. It was going to be like unlike anything we'd ever seen before. And to see the legacy of that work today with all of you in this room, I don't think any of those founders could have imagined how far this would come, how many people this would bring together, and the impact it would have. So give yourselves one more huge round of applause, everybody. Thank you for being a part of that legacy. So I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about AI, and I'm sure you've all heard a lot about AI this weekend, and I'm sure you've heard a lot about AI in the context of your careers, but I'm here to tell you a different story, a story that you're probably not hearing, and one that I think is essential for the next generation of technology talent to hear. I'm Swift. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a little outfit called Major League Hacking, or MLH as we're more commonly known. Now, I didn't start out wanting to be a technologist. I was actually an aspiring lawyer. And I fell backwards into my first coding job. I was writing PHP at a small film company, maintaining the accounting software as the only programmer on staff, having never coded before. It was a terrible idea, to say the least. But when I thought about tech, I didn't know anything about startups or hackathons or the things that I know and love about today. I thought it was sitting in a dark cubicle in a basement. And none of my friends were hackers. They weren't programmers. It wasn't on my radar. And so I never told anybody about my coding experience. But one day, towards the end of my junior year, a friend who I'd known forever found out that I coded, and he invited me to this thing called a hackathon. And I'd never heard of a hackathon before. But spending 24 hours in a gym somewhere working on code with who knows the people I would be, showing it off to your peers, I was like, that sounds like something that elite programmers do, not somebody who's a complete beginner that wants to be a lawyer. But luckily, he convinced me to go with him. And I remember this moment when I walked into that hackathon, and there were maybe 100 other students at the time who had given up their weekends to come back to campus to bring these crazy ideas for robots and apps and websites all to life. And it was unlike any educational experience I had ever encountered. I think I learned more in a single day than I had in my entire degree up to that point. And when I went home the next day and I looked at myself in the mirror, I said, what the heck am I thinking wanting to be a lawyer? Obviously, being a hacker is a much better idea. So I did the thing that felt natural. I switched into computer science, and I started going to all these classes, where I really quickly learned that, frankly, you can't learn the skills that you need to be a software engineering class. It's a lot of theory, it's a lot of things that are really great once you already have a job, but it wasn't the type of practical problem solving that I needed to learn to go out and be able to convince somebody to ultimately hire me, whether that was for an internship or a full-time job. And frankly, the types of things we were learning in class, they were so outdated. Technology was changing every day. And back then, we didn't have the luxuries of AI, and how fast things are changing now is like anything I could never imagined. But frankly, I got a world-class education every weekend going out to hackathons, coming up with ideas and literally bringing them to my life, bringing them to life with my peers. It was an environment that reflected the way that software engineers actually work and learn, and it was a place that I could show off all of these things that I was passionate about and use the tools and the code that was ultimately going to be useful every day in the context of my career. So I started Major League Hacking because after a little while, I realized that I wasn't alone. There was a group of us who were going to these hackathons who were supplementing our education, taking that education to our own hands. And what started out as a really small movement has exploded over the last 12 years. Our mission at Major League Hacking is to empower the entire next generation of technology talent. Whether you're coming out of a computer science degree program, a boot camp, you're self-taught, you're just a hobbyist who wants to use technology in your life. We want to be the platform for you to get your hands dirty, to build that track record, to build your network, to launch your career, and ultimately go on to bring the things to life that are going to change the world, frankly. And, this is one of the scariest moments in history to be a new grad who's entering the technology field. And there's two reasons for this in particular, two trends that I think are really coming to a head right now. The first one is that for the last 2.5 years or so, the tech industry has been going through a market correction. And having been somebody who's been through a few of these in the past, I can tell you that this one was particularly bad. Lots of companies, big companies that we all know, were laying off thousands of engineers. And literally, not just people who were beginners just starting their careers, graduating from computer science programs today, but people who had decades of experience and were some of the most talented engineers in the world were being laid off from some of the largest tech companies. So frankly, for the last several years, the market has been saturated. All of you graduating, going into the workforce, you're competing with people who have 10 years of experience doing this type of stuff for the same jobs. And that put you at a disadvantage. And at the same time, because these companies weren't hiring as many new grads or these entry-level roles full-time, they also gutted their internship programs, because why do you need an internship program if you're not preparing to ramp up hiring for the next year? Now, couple that with the prevailing narrative in the world of AI, which is literally them telling you that they're coming for your jobs. The number of CEOs out there saying that they're not hiring engineers anymore because AI is replacing them, or that maybe this was a bad idea. Not everybody needs to learn how to code. They're literally telling you that they're building technology to replace you. And so when you take these two forces, you say, hey, it's an awful market. Everybody entering is struggling and competing against people with a decade of experience or more than them. And also, the prevailing narrative in the media is that AI is coming for our jobs. Of course you're going to believe that story. That's the one you want to hear. But today, I'm here to tell you a different story, one that I know to be true because I, as my role at Major League Hacking, have had my finger on the pulse of this industry, and I spend more time with the people who are going to be defining the technology industry than any of these CEOs. Frankly, I think our future is bright, and I'm here to tell you that your future as an aspiring technologist is brighter than it has ever been before. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. And hopefully by the end of this really brief presentation, you'll be a believer, and you're going to help me spread the word about how powerful these tools are and what they mean for you in the context of your careers. So the first thing I want to point out is hackathons. We all obviously gave up our weekend to be here at Bitcamp. And Bitcamp isn't the only hackathon that happens for students. In fact, at Major League Hacking, we support more than 250 hackathons just like this one all around the world. And frankly, the types of experiences that these students have it catches on like wildfire. So it's no wonder that they're all showing up to these events. But when you really dig into it, it all boils down to this thing that we call the applied skills gap. And what that means is that you cannot learn the skills that you need to be a technologist in the classroom. And 90% of people going to hackathons, 90% of the hackers in MLH's community tell us that. And so you're like, oh, of course, that's why hackathons are so popular. But I think there's more. Because, frankly, that's something that, you could spend your time in your dorm room doing. So what is it that, you're spending up our weekends at hackathons? Well, I think it's actually about the community. It's about the people who, are here supporting each other, being in an environment of learning, and frankly, something that is transformational and applied in a different way. And so it's no wonder that 1 in 3 computer science students here in the United States go through our programs every single year. And that's just one of 90 countries where Major League Hacking has a presence today. Over the last 12 years, more than 1 million developers have been through our programs around the world, and they're doing the exact same things that you are. They're building that track record, they're building that network, and they're turning it into something real. So I think personally that the future of the tech industry should be written by the people in this room rather than some VCs in Silicon Valley who frankly don't know what the heck they're talking about. The people who are really writing that future are right here. They just spent their weekend at Bitcamp, and I would much rather listen to all of you about where this industry needs to go. So let's talk about AI. We know that there's a big gap in education. We know that hackathons are a place to solve that problem. How does that relate to AI, and how does that relate to you? Well, the impact of generative AI on being a programmer, on software engineering, has been meteoric, to say the least. Something like 90% of student developers are already using these types of generative coding tools to help them in their development process. And that type of rise is unlike anything we've ever seen in history. There's literally not a technology that I've seen over the last 12 years that has achieved 90% market penetration among student developers that rapidly. And the reason that it's so powerful is because, frankly, it allows you to do more than you were able to do before. To be really concrete about it, going to your first hackathon can be scary. We saw how many people here raised their hands and said this was their first event. You're going to show up to a school that you may not go to. You're going to work with people you don't know. Where are you going to sleep? What are you going to work on? You're going to be judged? Well, that fear translates into a lot of challenges that ultimately yield people not finishing their projects. About 42% of people who go to hackathons, who show up during the opening ceremony, don't actually submit anything by the end. But that number's changing. Today at Bitcamp, we had about 50% more projects than we would expect from an average hackathon. And when you really dig into the data, it's because you, as junior engineers, people who are literally starting your career, have access to tools that are unparalleled in history in terms of what people have been able to access. It allows you to do so much more in such a shorter time. Our friends at GitHub did this study where they literally took 2 cohorts of people, one that was using generative AI and Copilot, and one that was just coding on the same task without it. And they found that they were able to boost productivity across those developers and completion rate by a really significant amount. Now, the story that everybody's hearing is obviously the story that AI is coming for your jobs, but again, I think there's a lot more to it. Instead, we need to talk about how AI gives developers superpowers, how it supercharges your development process and allows you to do things that you never could do before. So, I think that one of the things that most people don't realize is that the work you're doing at hackathons actually has a major impact on industry. About half of you will go on to introduce technologies that you learned here this weekend into production at your first job. That means the technology tools that you're learning at hackathons and here are going to be the tools that ultimately define where the industry goes. So that's a lot of power. So how do we take these unprecedented times and that power that we have to inform where the industry is going and actually translate that into something that you can use every single day? And I have 3 specific tips for you that I think are really valuable, and I wish somebody would have told me if I was in your shoes at the same time. The first one is that the primary function of being a software engineer is going through a paradigm shift. Up until today, our job has been to create. Our job has been to take the spec that somebody gives us, a product manager throws over the fence, the CEO tells you to do, and literally write the code that translates that to reality. That's no longer the case. Today we're moving from creation to editorial. It's going to be our job to tell the machine what to do, and then we're going to have to work with that machine to craft that code, craft that solution, and bring it together to solve the business's problems. So if you stop thinking about yourself as the source and start thinking about yourself as the manager, that's going to be a much more accurate paradigm to what the reality of being a software engineer in the modern world looks like. And frankly, that's not something we train students on how to do ever in the history of education. And so you really, when you're at hackathons, need to be thinking about that. Rather than handwriting everything, how do you work with tools like Google Gemini to generate the code and then manage that machine? Second, every junior developer in the world is now going to have 24/7 unfettered access to the best mentor that you could ever have asked for. Historically, at hackathons, it was like throwing darts with the blindfold on, trying to find the right mentor who could help you with the right thing. But today, you can just turn around and ask an LLM for specific feedback, help you fix the bugs in your code. I literally watched yesterday during the Gemini workshop where it literally corrected an error that it introduced itself without any prompting at all. It literally recognized it and was able to fix it. Think about how rapidly that's going to change the way that you code and how it's going to increase your efficiency and your ability to actually successfully ship things that actually matter. Third, this is one that maybe is a little unintuitive, but only about 20% of developers are power users of any tool, and they get about 80% of the value. And the analogy I love to use here is Google. Every person in this room knows how to make a search on Google. But when you watch somebody who really knows how to use Google search and they're entering all these fancy symbols and keywords to filter and get the right results and limit them to something that's exactly what they're looking for, it's like watching somebody doing something completely different than the way I used Google. I feel like, frankly, I'm like my grandmother when I do it if I watch somebody who really knows. And that is happening with AI too. There's about, again, about 20% of people who really know how to use these tools and they really are getting all of the value. And if you want to be in that group, you need to really be thinking about best practices, staying on top of them, and really learning how to use these things effectively. It's not enough to use tab completion and say that you're using AI. That is not the skill set that is going to differentiate you from your peers. The skill set is going to be being a power user and thinking about how do I actually get the most possible value out of this. So just to summarize, my 3 tips are, developers are now editors. We're not just creators. We have to learn how to manage machines to create the things that we want to build. Number 2 is do not hire your superpowers. You literally have the ability to do things that needed to be a senior engineer before to do. And 3, you need to learn how to be a power user. Just using tab completion is absolutely not enough. You need to learn how to use these things to make a real difference, and you have to go deep into it. So finally, the last thing I want to say is that MLH and Gemini are starting a process of teaming up right now to tell this story at scale. We started at the beginning of this month, and here at Bitcamp, this is the first place that we're really doing it in a meaningful way. Over the next several years, you can expect that we're going to be doing a ton more to help you prepare to enter industry, and we couldn't be more excited to be teaming up with the team at Google to do it. So if you're interested in doing all these things, a whole lot more, the date is actually wrong on this schedule, but MLH's 2026 calendar is going to be live on July 1st at our season kickoff. You'll be able to find about 50 hackathons to register for in the fall, and there will be so many more. We expect about 250 to 300 next year. I can't wait to see you all out there. They're going to be awesome, and things are only going to get better from where they are today. You can find that at mlhio.com/events. So the last thing I want to do is I want to first of all thank you all for having us here. Major League Hacking is so proud to be supporting Bitcamp over these last 11 years, and to be here to see this legacy and to see all of you as a part of it is such a privilege. But I want your help in giving a huge round of applause for the organizing team, because this is such a monumental effort, amazing event. And with that, I want to thank you all. I'm Swift. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Major League Hacking. Happy hacking, everybody.
Thank you, Swift, for those inspiring words and advice about the future of technology. Bitcamp is so proud to have been a Major League Hacking hackathon for the past 11 years, and we're so grateful for your support. Next up, I'd like to invite up our sponsor, Microsoft, to have some words. Give me a hand in welcoming up Ann Nguyen. Thank you.
If you guys want to head up with me, you guys can. Hi everyone, my name is On from Microsoft, and I was a Bitcamp hacker 7 years ago this month, and I'm so excited to see this program going so strong and to this day, and keep growing and innovating to more people around across the country and indeed the world. And as the company, as Microsoft turns 50 this month, we are very proud to make the impact that we have made across our society and indeed the world. And we're here to invite you all to continue be part of our mission to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And that means we're here to democratize technology. That includes from Copilot to on Azure and to a lot of stuff that Microsoft continues to put out every single day. And as Swift from LH just said, this is the most exciting time in our era to just make something and make an impact in our world. So I want to give a major shout out to all the organizers at Bitcamp this weekend. Give a big round of applause. And we're here, and I'm really excited for Microsoft and also our partner CloudForce to continue working with students, not only here at UMD, but all across the country to help you all to make bigger things. Yep, so thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you all next spring.
Thank you, On, and the Microsoft and CloudForce teams for all of your support in making this weekend possible. Now, I'd like to welcome up to the stage one of our other sponsors. Please welcome Sam Kataria from Peraton.
What's up, hackers? How you guys doing? I am Sam Kataria, and don't worry, I know it's been a long weekend. I will keep this nice and short. I know you guys want to go home, maybe take a shower, maybe take a nap, maybe just turn your brain off, but you know, this was my first time at Bitcamp. This was Peraton's first time at Bitcamp, and man, you guys sold me. This was an amazing experience. I'm going to do everything in my power to go back and convince my bosses to come back next year. But what I want to say is, listen, I'm lucky enough to be part of the R&D team at Peraton, right? So I've seen some cool stuff. I mean, we're a large government contractor. We got a bunch of money. We do some really cool things. That's all really fine and dandy, but I wasn't expecting to see what I saw when I came here this weekend. I mean, some of the creativity from you guys, some of the amount of work that you were able to accomplish over 36 hours is honestly amazing. I mean, I was expecting to see some fairly, you know, cool ideas, some basic concepts, some neat little projects. But I mean, as Mike from MLH said, I mean, you guys are using these AI tools to just knock it out of the park. So congratulations to you guys. Like I said, I'm going to keep this nice and short, but thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this, and I wish you guys well. Thank you.
Thank you much, Sam, for your support with Paraton. It really means a lot to us at Bitcamp. And now, for the moment that you've all been waiting for, who's ready to hear about some prizes? Yeah!
First up, we're going to start with our sponsored prizes. Let's welcome up CloudForce to award for the best use of Gen AI in business.
I got it. All right. Hello, Bitcamp. It's your favorite hackathon Unk. All right, so are we doing this in reverse? 3, 2, 1? Yeah? All right, let's do it. All right, we have some dope winners. Honestly, you guys cooked. Honestly, you guys cooked. Everybody here cooked. We were arguing behind our booth. I know I said get shirts. We were literally arguing for like 20 minutes about who was going to get first and second and third. So that's why the delay on the shirts. But it was tough. Honestly, it was tough. We were at each other's throats, weren't we, Jesse? All right, so number 3. Do we want to grab the third place prize? Third place, actually, it said it was just, we were just going to publish you guys. But we brought extra stuff. So you guys are getting a swag bag for third place. And third place is Skin for Real. Where y'all at? Oh, y'all are in the back. Y'all weren't even expecting to win. Sheesh. Let's go. Good job, you guys. This guy was so passionate. I was like, brother, I'm sold on the app. You don't need to keep talking about it. You did a great job. Good job. Let's go. Do I have a volunteer to take a photo? Take a photo quick. Oh, we're taking photos here? Are we going to get these photos after? Okay. Hussein is super on that. No, they're right. The cameras are right there. Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah. Anjali is the boss. Yeah, come in, yeah. Give them a round of applause. All right, number 2. And let me just say this is a close number 2, okay? Honestly, very close. Freshman UMD team. Freshman Romeo. Where y'all at? Holy smokes! I just have to say, your project blew me away. You guys absolutely cooked. Look how young they look. They're freshmen. I was like, are y'all 17? Good job. Now you guys get double up. You get the CloudForce swag and the Microsoft swag. Honestly, you guys cooked. It was very well done, honestly. Give them a round of applause, guys. See you next year. Yeah, seriously, this is the freshman effort. No pressure. Let's go. All right, number 1. Look, I was doing my thing, running around Bitcamp, saying hi to people, and this person, I think he's the leader of the team, kept coming up and talking to me. Oh, we're ready for you to see us. I'm like, brother, chill. And when we did see him, it was worth all that energy because you guys knocked it out of the park. I mean, you guys did the track. Your project was amazing. Your usage of Terp AI. By the way, just so you know, we built Terp AI, so shout out to Terp AI, all the Terp AI users in the crowd. You guys definitely showed the power of Gen AI, and yeah, you know who you are. Get your butts up here. MedSafe. Israel, what's up? Let's go. But don't ever bother me like that again. I'm just kidding. My man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. They had the whole Shark Tank freaking presentation down. It was awesome.
Hold up, somebody's got to get a laptop out of that bag.
Yeah. Show the laptops, baby.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. CloudForce label. Let's go. All right, round of applause. Wait, we gotta do the electric slide real quick. All right, good job. See you guys next year. See you next year. Good job. All right, we're done. All right. Well, Jess, you want to say something?
Hey, one more time. I know it's an exceptional effort. Everybody's exceptionally tired. Just congratulations on the killer effort that was put in throughout this room. I know a lot of you put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the solutions that you built. Just one final plug for Terp AI, our generative AI platform available to all of you. What I would say very humbly is the pace of innovation with that platform is ridiculous. We're getting ready to introduce personal agents. We'll be doing a lot of really neat branding capabilities on campus. We'll be looking for student ambassadors. Y'all met my man Garrett Brody, the brains of the operation. So if you have amazing ideas for how you can build an agent that will support your student journey, we have a platform on which you can build it. Stay in touch, connect with us on LinkedIn. And again, thank you so much, Bitcamp sponsors.
Thank you so much, CloudForce. Now we'd like to welcome up Bloomberg to present the winners of the Best Hack for Promoting Public Health.
All the submissions were very impressive, but the best hack for public health goes to carbon capture. Yeah, wait, come in this side.
Awesome. Congratulations to those winners. Up next, for our next sponsored prize, let's welcome CypherTech for the winner of Best Digital Forensics Related Hack.
Hello. All right, so the winner for the Best Digital Forensics Related Hack is Forenstek. Where are you guys at? All the way in the back.
Congratulations to those winners. Now let's have up Capital One for Best Financial Hack.
Hello again, everybody. All right, so again, so happy to see all the amazing hacks, everyone who showed up so much excitement to make some big money ideas. I know on our Jeff post it said we had a winner, but there were so many great submissions, I lied. We also have a runner-up. So our runners-up will be getting a Capital One Frost Buddy mug for each participant. And our runner-up is Fingard. Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah.
Beautiful Capital One cups. Perfect for any cup holder size in your car.
Wow.
Hey, congrats, guys. Great work.
Thank you. Okay.
Scoot over for a picture. Yeah, scoot down. If you guys can scoot down. Congrats again to Fingard. And our grand prize winner for $300 Amazon gift cards per team member is Budget Buddy for their virtual pet. Oh. Watch out behind you guys. Yeah, it was meant to be. Congrats, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll reach out to you guys on. Your names are in the dev post, right? Okay, I'll reach out to you and we'll get your emails. Okay. Lie down. Congrats to Budget Buddy. Thank you to everyone who submitted to our hack.
All right, congratulations to those winners. And finally, last but not least, for our last sponsor prize, let's welcome up Periton for the winners of Best Web Hack Using React.
All right, so our hack was the best utilization of React to develop a front end, and our winners are Cook Hub. Are we go? Congratulations, guys. Where are we? Oh.
Aditi already put them out, but can you help her out when she needs help?
I can up to the side and we can tell them.
Moonshot.
Moonshot first.
Sorry about that. Congratulations to all of the winners of the sponsor prizes. Now let's have up some of the Bitcamp founders to present the alumni prizes. I'll be calling up Johnny Davis to present the hack that makes you smile. Let's have a round of applause.
Not yet.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful to be back. I'm going to take a little risk here and be emotionally vulnerable, but if you can't do that at Bitcamp, I don't know where you can, okay? When I saw that video earlier, I expected to smile, to feel inspired. I did not expect to tear up, actually. When I saw that people are making lasting relationships here, they're meeting possible loved ones here, it's incredible. I had no clue, and it's just inspiring. And literally my eyes were watering seeing that. So really, thank you. You've all done an amazing job with Bitcamp, making it your own, and just keep it up. You guys are all fantastic at this. So thank you. Now what for you're all actually waiting for. Okay, so we have the hack that made you smile. This was incredibly difficult. There were a lot of great submissions. I chose the one that just made me constantly giggle, which is Schrodinger's cat. It was the only game where you're able to, how do I say this? Fish, get jump scared by a toilet, and catch a non-alcoholic beer and give it to the cat behind you. And just all these actions made me giggle. So they're the winners. So Schrodinger's cat, please come up. So when is the full release of the game coming out? Soon? Okay. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want fiction? Yeah. To the right. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. Up next for our alumni prize categories, we have Zachary Frog presenting best or prettiest hat.
Hi, I'm Zachary Fogg. I'm a Bitcamp alumni organizer, and I have a prize here for the prettiest hack. That's the hack that's the most visually appealing, the one that looks good. So I was looking for things like nice color schemes, typography, good white space, good layout, all of that good stuff that makes a good user interface. So the winner of this hack is VisuWorld. VisuWorld, would you please come up? Now, this hack really inspired me. This hack is really cool. I'll talk about it for a second. What they did is they took a bunch of graphic shader scripts and they trained, basically they integrated it with some artificial intelligence to generate new graphic shaders. So it's basically a machine that generates a bunch of beautiful graphics, and it really fits the category of prettiest hacks. So I got for them some LED programmable light strips for their prize. They can program them with Arduinos, and if you want, you can go to Sandbox in the IRIB Center and work with them there and get to programming there and make some more beautiful graphics. Which way? This way?
Congratulations to the winners. Now I'd like to invite up Gurpreet Singh to present the most lit hack.
Hello. So my prize category was specifically for most number of LEDs used in a submission, and the winner is Bye Bye Study Bites. So the prize is a LED matrix and a breadboard and Arduino Nano and a power supply. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you to all of our alumni for their support this year. Up next, we're going to move on to the best Bitcamp track hacks. Up first, for best ML track hack, let's welcome Priyadarshan Narayanasamy from the AI ML Club and Saksham Kapoor from Big Think AI.
Hey everyone, I'm Saksham from Big Think AI. And I'm Priyadarshan from AIML. So yeah, we had a great time judging all your projects, and we had around 40 projects. It was really difficult to make a decision, but the project that we ended up choosing literally blew our minds. It was really novel, and the person did a great job at explaining what their project was and answering all our questions. So the winner for our track is Lighthouse.
So
Lighthouse allows you to hack the diffusion process by inserting real images midway to enhance and sometimes even reimagine them, which was an extremely novel approach, and it's even more impressive that a single hacker was able to pull this off in 36 hours. So congratulations.
Thank you to the machine learning track. Now I'd like to invite up Aiden Melvin from App Dev Club to present the App Dev track.
Hey everyone, I'm Aiden Melvin from the App Dev track. Before going ahead and announcing the official winner for this track, I just wanted to thank and acknowledge the 280 plus hackers in our track, as well as the nearly 50 projects we got to judge. It was a real privilege and a super hard decision. The implementations we got to see were just absolutely out of this world. But without further ado, we want to announce the winner as Riffs. All right, congrats, guys. Thank you. All right, yep. All right, I can't have a microphone in one hand. All right, thank you. Yep, for sure. All right. Do we get pictures? Yeah. All right, let's scoot this way a little bit for the stage. All right. Thank you, dude. Yeah, thanks, guys. Hey, if you turn me around in the crowd, you go back.
We will now be presenting the winners for the best cybersecurity track hack. And the winner is Hiding in Plain Sight.
I don't think they have their stuff here. I think Quantum has their own prices. I think they have their own prices, or they're dealing with it on that. No, I think they have.
And now we'd like to welcome up our representatives from the Undergraduate Quantum Association to present the winners for the best beginner quantum track hack.
Hey everyone, quantum beginner track hackers learned the fundamentals of quantum computing and applied them to challenge problems. These winners completed all 4 notebooks the fastest and the most accurately and efficiently. If you win, please come see us at our table all the way in the corner over there to give us your contact information, and we'll get back to you shortly.
Okay, so for 3rd place, we have Simarbir, Bidan, Shiam, and Shranab.
Congrats, guys. Alright, guys. Oh, no photo? Photo? You want to take You just left, man. Go to the table after. Alright. Congrats. Head to our table. We'll get to it later.
Okay, and for 2nd place, we have Ian, Safa, and Ariji.
They left already, so we will talk to them after, but congrats to them.
Congrats to them. And for first place, we have Satya, Abhinav, and Eric. Congratulations. Is it just you? Okay.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of the track prize winners. Now we'll have Maria and Cecilia from Major League Hacking to present the MLH prizes.
A quick interruption, actually. We do have one more track hack for Best Advanced Quantum Track Hack. Let's welcome up Wilson Smith to present it.
All right. So this sort of track is for the kind of people that would do the beginner track for homework. The competition was fierce. There were 8 teams, and they even dominated other categories. So for the first winning team, we have Quanta. They worked on finite elements modeling of nanomaterials, something that engineers still have trouble with today. They did it with a quantum computer. And now for the next team that won first place. You know how hard it is to find a charger for your phone sometimes? Well, doing it with the kidney is even more problematic and relevant. We found some people that figured out how to do this with a quantum computer. Yeah. All right, yep. Those are the 2 winners we had. But you should see what the rest of them were. Where do I go now? Do I just turn this on?
Thank you so much. And now for real, we'll have MLH present the MLH prizes.
Sorry, I have my hands full of prizes for Fecal. Alrighty. So, first off, congratulations to everyone for making it to the end. It was a delight to see all those projects. Whether we got to them in person or we ran out of time, it was truly incredible. You put so much work into your dev post and everything up to that point. So, I won't start with an applause for you just yet. We'll do that at the end. But we do have, first up, best use of MongoDB Atlas. And that, if you want to give a quick drum roll, please. Ooh, some volume. Terrafix. It is a dual platform. It is a dual platform tool, a Chrome extension, and a website designed to help consumers understand the hidden layer of tariffs behind the products that they buy. I happen to know they did spend the time to put a lot of data in this database. Pass them down. Got more. And then hang tight for a photo, please. Come on up. Next up, we have best use of Cloudflare, or at least hosting AI in your Cloudflare project. Another quick drum roll, please. Getting louder this time, building up to a bigger prize. We have Corin.tech, which is a cross-platform HTML5 game that allowed people to experience the life of a public health specialist in a fast-paced environment. Next up, we have arguably my favorite category because I asked you all to come up with some good puns for those domain names, and y'all delivered. So, a drum roll, please. Qualified.tech. A gamified way to keep track of your job applications and important information like interviews and offers. Pretty relevant today. And cute. Pass them down.
Thank you.
One more, and then scoot closer so you got a picture. All right, the moment I think you all have been waiting for, because AI was the topic of the weekend. And to do that, I'd like to bring up Paige, who's been amazing with us this weekend, helping us and just giving just a wonderful environment to be around. So, can we get a drum roll for our best use of Gemini? VisuWorld! I think you already know what their project is.
Amazing.
And then,
Thank you. Yep. Excellent. And thank you so much to everyone who was building with Gemini and with AI Studio over this weekend. We had over 100 submissions of projects. It was really, really hard to select a top 3, but there were too many. And so we had to add 2 more category prizes. So you, VisuWorld, in addition to the next 2 teams, will have the opportunity to pitch your projects to the DeepMind team, if you would like, particularly our engineers and product teams working on Gemini APIs and AI Studio. So hopefully y'all will be interested in that. Oh, excellent. Very cool. And then the other 2 projects that will be able to do the same thing are Burnout Buddy, if y'all are still here. And then also a Gesture with a J, which had excellent, very cool. Yeah. And if after we take the picture with VisuWorld, if y'all would like to come up for a photo as well, that would be amazing. Cool.
all right. Congrats, y'all. And before we go, we want to say once again, thank you so much for all the hard work you've done this weekend. Give yourselves a round of applause. And last but not least, please applaud the organizers who made this event happen. There are so many of them, and they were incredible all weekend. Any last words? All right, we'll go ahead and hand it back to the organizers. Thank you so much, MLH. Let's give them another hand. We'll be starting off with the best hardware hack. The best hardware hack goes to Cyber Sentinel. Congratulations.
Up next, we'd like to award for the winner of Best Bitcamp Hack. In second place, we have Mutex.
For the first place for the best Bitcamp hack, we have Budget Buddy. Now, all right. Up next we have best UI UX hack, and the winner is RizLab. Next up, we have the best moonshot hack. The second place prize for the best moonshot hack is recipes. And the first place prize for the best moonshot hack goes to NeoVisor. And now for the winner of Best Razzle Dazzle Hack. In second place, we have Bird Box.
Can my friend come in the photo too? Yes, yes. Okay, this is for you. This is for you.
And in first place for Best Razzle Dazzle Hack, we have World Racing. Next, we have up the second place prize for Social Good Hack. This prize goes to Echo Lens. the first place prize winner of the best social good hack is HealthBridge.
And now for best gamification hack. Our winner is Airwaves.
Now for the People's Choice Hack. The second place of the People's Choice Hack Award goes to Image Seg Analysis. Detect hidden text with machine learning. The first place award for the People's Choice Hack goes to DPMNPN, Developer Monitoring and Productivity Nexus.
And now for best sustainability hack. Our winner is Sustainable Earth. All right, let's give it up another round of applause for all of our winners of today, or this weekend.
Congrats, everybody. We've had a long 36 hours filled with mini events, workshops, and multiple fun different events. Can we get a drum roll, please, for the winners of the Campfire Games? Congratulations to the blue team. Please come up after the closing ceremony to collect your pencil cases. Please note that we will be checking the NFC tag colors. Congratulations to the blue team. And overall, thank you so much for joining us this weekend. We hope you had a lot of fun at workshops, mini events, and you learned something new.
this is officially the end of Bitcamp 2025. Safe travels, everybody.
Thank you.